Hello guys and welcome back to another video on my channel. Now today's video is a bit like a match preview. I'm giving you guys my thoughts heading into this Luton Town versus Huddersfield game. Now in my last video I did talk about Luton v Huddersfield and what Luton could do to overcome them, but in this video I'm going to talk about it in a little bit more detail and thought, you know what, let's give you some pre-match content on the channel which you guys deserve. So let's talk about this game against Huddersfield. Now we have played Huddersfield twice this season, of course, in the league. And yes, it wasn't the best performances both times we played against Huddersfield. Now a lot of Huddersfield fans say, and even some Luton fans also say, that if Luton scored the penalty in the away fixture against Huddersfield, which was on the Monday night on Sky, that probably Luton would have went on to win it, because Huddersfield weren't really offering much threat going forward. And that's the thing with Huddersfield. Going forward, they're a bit like us. They're not a team that constantly, have chances at goal, have shots at goal. They're not that type of team. They are a team that sometimes counter-attacking football goes in their favour, sometimes set pieces. They're extremely good at set pieces. And also, when every team has that 10-minute spell in a game, sometimes that's when they get their goal themselves. Personally, again, when we've played Huddersfield, I think Huddersfield are beatable. And I'm not disrespecting Huddersfield, and I'm pretty sure Huddersfield are not just going to disrespect us, because they know the season which we had. And out of all the teams that, they got, probably Luton was the team which they probably didn't want to face. Although they have a good record against us in the league, it's still a record which they don't want to. Well, it's still like a team which they don't want to face, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Now, obviously, you've got Nottingham Forest v Sheffield United on the Saturday, and you've got us on the Friday. We're the first game. So the atmosphere, the nerves, it's going to be exciting. The atmosphere at Luton on the Friday night is just going to be electric. I actually wanted us to finish 6th so we could play on the Friday night. Atmosphere, night games at Luton, it's just amazing. It's so much better than on a Saturday at 3 o'clock, in my opinion. I don't know what it is. Night games just does something at Luton. And when we eventually do leave the stadium, those are the types of games which I am going to miss the most, are the night games. Yes, sometimes it gets cold. Yes, but I don't know what it is. It's just maybe people are more up for it. I'm not too sure, but that's what I'm really looking forward to. Friday is the atmosphere. I'm already nervous, which isn't great. I'm recording this on the Thursday, the day you guys see this video, and yeah, nerves already kicked in. I don't have a ticket yet for Huddersfield away because tickets are really hard. Hoping to get it today. Apparently there's not many left. Fingers crossed I can for the away fixture. But it just shows you, the playoffs, everyone's excited, really excited on what could potentially happen, getting to the final, getting to Wembley, and then whatever happens from Wembley, Premier League or another season in the Championship, whatever happens for Luton, it's still been a successful season. Now, I mentioned in my last video that Luton don't really have the best of records in the playoffs. Now, I think for the first time in years, we're going into these playoff places with actually no pressure. There's no pressure on Luton to win it at all. I think in non-league and in League 2, when we've been in those playoff places, we've always been the favourites to go up. This time round, we're not. We're the least favourites to go up, which, hopefully actually goes in our favour. Huddersfield, I think ideally the pressure's on them, but in this first leg at home for Luton, the pressure's on us, because I feel like you've got to win your home fixture. You've got to win your home legs. That's basically what I'm trying to say. And so if we can win it, then all the pressure is on Huddersfield. It won't be on us, because we're doing it. We're achieving what we set out to achieve, which was to get into the playoffs. It's going to get nerve-wracking at times. Players are going to probably get nervous under the atmosphere, but that's the beauty of the playoffs. People say the playoffs is a lottery. It probably is. We're not really going into these playoff places on the best of form compared to Huddersfield. I think Huddersfield have lost twice in their last 25 games. So they are really hard to beat, Huddersfield. So it ain't going to be easy. But I fully know that if Luton play a type of football like we did against Reading, how we started the game off really quickly, I think that's extremely important. Start the game off really quick. getting chances, and also taking the chances. Now, we've seen already in the playoffs games in League One, especially the Sheffield Wednesday and Sunderland 2 games, there weren't many chances. Both teams just took their clear-cut chances. That's what we need to kind of do. If we're going to get a clear-cut chance, we have to take it. We can't miss like we have done throughout the whole season. We are without certain players at the club which could help us win this game because of our massive injury problems, but we've got to deal with what we've got. Clark, for me, is going to be the most important player in this game against Huddersfield. He's going to be the one that's going to unlock that defence. Huddersfield, we know how good their defence is. The defence has been rock solid throughout the whole season. Matty Pearson at the back, Tom Leeds, you know, 2 good players that have done extremely well for Huddersfield. They've got O'Brien in the midfield. You've got Campbell up front, Thomas, Danny Ward. You know, they've got really good players that can cause us problems, but they're a bit like us. They don't have players that have individual brilliance like your Bournemouths and your Fulhams. They're a team. They're a team like us. So, on paper, if we're going to get a team that's probably most evenly matched on paper, it's probably Huddersfield. So, you know, we've got to try and do something which we haven't done all season, and that's to get a win against Huddersfield. Do I think we can do it? Yes, of course I do. Do I know who's going to start and help us get the 3 points? No, I don't. I really don't. I think we're going to see a similar side that played against Reading at home. Hopefully we do. I've got a feeling that Jerome, you know, he could have something. He could do something, you know. He's had a good season for us, considering he wasn't, you know, considering, well, his age and his pace. But he's doing a good job. But I don't know how many minutes we're going to get out of him over these 2 legs. It's so many questions. Like, that's what I have. So many questions on if we can do it. But I have full belief that we can, especially the home leg. We need to take advantage of the home leg, take advantage of the atmosphere, take advantage of, you know, it being a night game at the lights, at Kenny. Yeah, just fingers crossed Luton can do it. If I was to give you guys a score prediction, I'm going to go with a 1-0. You know, there hasn't been many goals in the playoffs. I don't expect R1 to be the most goals in it, if I'm not going to lie. Huddersfield years ago, they went up from the playoffs scoring no goals. Could that be us? I don't think my nerves and my body could handle that. 2 penalty shootouts, and our record on penalty shootouts are not the best. But who knows? I'll take anything at this point if it means we get to Wembley. But hopefully the players, they can all do it. You know, there's good spirits. I've seen all the pictures from like the awards evening, like the presentations and the sponsor night. Players look all in good spirit. So fingers crossed they can translate that onto the pitch. But guys, that is the end of this video. Hopefully you did enjoy listening to my thoughts on Luton v Huddersfield. Fingers crossed Luton can obviously get the, well, I say 3 points, get the win in the first leg. That would be nice, and go into the second leg, not with, you know, pressure off, but, you know, with a more comfortable lead in the second leg, which would mean Huddersfield need to attack us a bit more, and that would exploit gaps behind them. Who knows? Fingers crossed that does happen. Obviously, let me know your score predictions and your starting 11s down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Don't forget to follow me across all my social media, and I'll see you guys in the next video.